Do I hear a motion that the board temporarily suspend the portion of policy JFAB, admission of non-resident student, that relates to admission of international exchange students due to safety concerns?
Madam Chair, under guidance of policy BDH, which gives the board the right to temporarily suspend board policies due to extreme emergencies, I move that the board approve the administration's request to temporarily suspend the portion of policy JFAB, admission of non-resident student, that relates to admission of international exchange students due to safety concerns. This suspension will be in effect until the end of the 2021-2022 first semester.
Thank you, Mr. Oswald. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Anderson. I believe Mr. Caldwell is going to talk us through this recommendation.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board, Dr. Little. You may recall last summer, maybe early fall, I brought several policies and doing so tonight also in light of what we were dealing with last school year and in anticipation of what we may be dealing with this school year, and the uncertainty behind that. The whole concept of international travel still is troublesome to us. And so as the motion read, we are asking that we suspend the acceptance of international students for the first semester. And just for clarity's sake, those are typically year-long placements. Anyway, we rarely have requests for second semester, but if we were to unsuspend this for second semester, it would allow us to accept students for second semester with the understanding that they would not stay for the first semester of the next school year, because then that would take up the slots for the kids. So there's a point where there's some time lost there, but we don't want to totally block out the international students should they have the ability and desire to come second semester if we're able to unsuspend this policy. So,
how many students do we normally host per year? Like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, prior to COVID?
we have our limits are equal to the number of school counselors at each high school, minus the director of guidance at each school. So it's 7 for 20th, maybe 30, 40 across the district.
We historically have filled those.
Just about always, we sure do.
Have we had many requests for this next?
Not many at all, no.
So I have a question. Why are we suspending international students, but we're hiring international teachers?
I'm not in a position to answer that question. I don't know.
Okay. I mean, to me, it just seems like if international travel is troubling to us, as a reason for not allowing international students, then, I mean, we either have to not allow international teachers or we should allow both. And in my opinion, I mean, I think we should allow both.
Okay.
Okay.
Dr. Little or Ms. Price, could you clarify that for us?
So we are obviously hiring international teachers. They're an essential part to our instructional program. A lot of times, especially at this point of the year, we're really struggling to find some of our language positions. Usually those teachers they're not going back and forth between countries. They are coming here and locating here to be home for a period of time, depending on their status. But
So I mean, that she makes another point, that they're coming here to stay and they're not traveling back and forth. So we have staff members and students who have traveled abroad over the summer, possibly even throughout the school year, but there are no restrictions placed on them. So in my opinion, I just don't believe we should limit international students. I just think they should be allowed. So, I mean, we got a motion on the floor.
Yeah.
I guess we could take a vote.
Anyone else have any questions or comments? Just any other discussion? And I do think it's a tricky line right now. We're in a tricky time, and it's been an unusual 18 months, 2 years, and navigating the balance is difficult, so.
I'll add that, when these foreign exchange students are not able to make the trip here, a lot of the foreign countries are not allowing that travel as well. But it's very unfortunate for that child to miss that wonderful opportunity. But when we don't hire a teacher, many students miss out, so.
Thank you, Mr. Anderson. Anyone else? All right, we do have a motion on the floor, so all in favor of temporarily suspending the policy JFAB, admission of non-resident students for the International Exchange Student Program through the first semester, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Jane is opposed.
All right, and I do believe the motion carries 4-1. Thank you.